You know, if you would have told me years ago that I would be playing a sequel to Beautiful Escape Dungeoneer, I wouldn't believe you. But here we are. This is Colunio's new game. It came out pretty quickly. It's called Beautiful Escape Dolls. I don't believe it's that long, but neither was the original. But it was one of the most memorable RPG Maker games I ever played in my whole entire life. And the fact that there's more content related to it blows my mind. And so I figure we're gonna play probably the first half hour of it, and then maybe we'll play some more. But I did want to play it off stream here because I don't know what kind of content this game has. So rather than get myself in trouble on stream, I figured the more responsible thing to do would be to play here. So let me just check a window really quick. I actually think my camera should probably go here, even though it's kind of covering this title page. But yeah, let's check it out. This is the beginning of Beautiful Escape Dolls. Game is intended for mature audiences for adult themes, cartoon violence, blood and gore, and nudity. For optimized experience, turn the lights out and the speaker up.
Am I ugly? When I was a kid, sometimes I think people don't understand how lonely it is to be a kid. Like, you don't matter. So, I'm 8, and I happen to play this doll. My favorite is this ugly girl doll. And I keep yelling at her, you can't be ugly. Be pretty. Like if I could transform her,
A little late,
I would magically change too.
but better late than never, dude. Oh,
Don't hurry me.
the animation and stuff is very scary. Dinner's ready. Oh. Wow, the atmosphere is crazy. Press F4 to toggle full screen and open the README for help. Oh, these familiar sound effects is awesome. What's for dinner? Chicken tabaka and borscht soup. I don't like that soup. It makes my feces red. I have something to say. The toilet's gonna look like roadkill. That's just the beets. They're good for you. Eat it. I have something to say. It smells funky too. I lost it. Besides, you're not supposed to look at the toilet after you defecate. It's a neurotic habit. You're right, Mom. I'll stop doing that. Did you hear what I said? What was that, dear? I lost it. What did you lose? All of it. All of what? You're making no sense. The money. I lost it. What money? The surgery money. I lost it. All of it. Mom, what do you mean you lost our money? You can't remember where you left it? Is something wrong with your head? Mom, who are you talking to?
Coming up on News 3 at 11, a joyride in what police say was a stolen car leads to the fiery crash.
She's talking to me, your father.
Local pilots mark the end of the line for an aging warbird, the A4.
You are not my father.
It's a marathon swim at the Jersey Shore as competitors battle.
You strained his brain with this nonsense. Yes, I am your father. No, you're not. What did you do with our money? Where's my father? What happened? How'd you lose it? I can get it back. You must. Where are we supposed? We're supposed to send a $15,000 check to Dr. Arida by Friday. We cannot miss it. Oh shit. I will get the money. Mom, make this man leave. See, he's getting worse. The surgery is our one shot at helping Junior. Dr. Arida might not have another opening for months. Tell me you will get the money in time. Okay. Can you tell me how you lost the money? Eat your food. I'm not hungry anymore. I'm going to my bedroom. I'm coming with you. Don't forget to take your vitamins, both of you. Lori. I know that name.
Introducing the Chicken Choice Deal. For $9.99, you can enjoy 12 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or 1.5 chicken. That's lots of chicken for just $9.99. The Chicken Choice Deal. One choice everyone can agree on. Have you heard the news? Magic 102.9 has changed. The new Magic 102.9 plays all the greatest hits of the 70s all the time.
Cat? The cat! Hello. Well, if it isn't the legendary Mr. Kovak, I haven't seen you in years. You'll look older, fatter, but just as sad. Okay. Will you need my services again? I need supplies and delivery. So you've decided to go back to work. That's good news. For me, for you, and for our customers. I just need the money. I have to pay for my son's surgery. You have a son? I'll be damned. What's wrong with him? He suffered a brain injury a few months ago. He developed a condition called Capgras syndrome. It makes him believe people around him were replaced with imposters. He doesn't believe I am his father. Ha! That's hilarious. You doctors love making up diseases, don't you? Capgras syndrome. That's new, even for me. It's rare, usually untreatable. My wife found a neurosurgeon in Estonia who's had some success with cases like this. I need to pay him by Friday. Aren't you a surgeon? Crack your son's brain open and fix it yourself. You know I can't. That hand thing? I thought you'd have it fixed by now. I just need the money for surgery this week and I'm done. Of course, I know you'd reach out eventually. Once you find a cash cow, you don't let that go so easily. Now, how do you plan on getting subjects? I'm a school physician. I will pick up some students. School, huh? Won't be as easy as before. I've studied techniques to make them trust me. You have techniques for everything. So let's do business. What do you need? I have no money. I see. They say you can have money or family, but not both. I'm lending you 1,000 in supplies then. I'll deduct it from our first sale. Oh, God. See you tomorrow, Mr. Kovak. I hope you have something pretty for me. Oh, no. I don't like this. I already don't like this. Wow. Mr. Kovak, a word? Yes, Director Mazur. A very grave matter has come to my attention and it requires urgent action. I need your help. A rumor has been running around the school that Mrs. Kulig engaged in sexual intercourse with one of the students, multiple times. Mrs. Kulig, the history teacher? We've been questioning her vigorously for a week, and she'd been denying the allegations all this time, but today she admitted to it. She wanted to resign after confessing, but I was quick to fire her first and ban her from our respectable school for good. How can I help? She would not identify the student who participated in the voluptuous act, despite how much we pressed her. We have been questioning students too, but no one seems certain of who it was. You talked to many students and they seem to trust you. Maybe you'll be able to discover something we couldn't. The school is prepared to give a $500 reward to whoever identifies the student who did that. $1,500 if it is a member of the staff, such as yourself. You'll pay me $1,500 to name the student who had sex with Miss Kulig? Must be done with the utmost urgency. You have until Friday, but you need to be absolutely sure. Accusing the wrong student could have even graver consequences for the school. I'll talk to them. I trust you, Mr. Kovak, and that is something I haven't been able to say very often these days. Mirroring is a technique used to generate empathy and trust in communication. Mirroring is imitating someone's actions and speech, making them feel heard and understood. Pay attention to the words the subject uses to communicate. Show understanding using the same words. Trust is gained for each word in yellow used in the previous dialogue segment. Once enough trust is gained, the subject can be easily persuaded to act according to the directions. Okay. Let's try. Please, sit. Danica Weber. What can I do for you, Danica? Good morning, Mr. Kovak. My migraine came on strong today. I just can't deal with bright lights and loud noises right now. I usually get one every other week, but lately I've been getting one every other day. Babo used to have those. Maybe it's genetics. I usually have some pills with me, but I left them at home. Okay. You forgot your pills and you can't handle the pain. Take some aspirin, you'll be fine. How's everything else? How are things at school? What do you want to know? Do you want to hear the latest gossip? If I say I like gossip, I'll be lying. I love it. I'm sure you heard about Mrs. Kulig. They're saying she slept with a student and she was fired. I'm not sure who it was, but I do have my list of suspects. My main two suspects are Stefan and AJ. They're the sexiest guys at school. They both have girlfriends, but they never stopped anyone. Between the two of them, I would put my money on AJ. It's always AJ. I don't think it was Emil or Teodor. Because Emil is a helpless virgin. I'm pretty sure Teodor is a homosexual. Speaking of homosexuals, I wouldn't overlook the girls. If you're throwing decency out the window, do it all at once, right? Could have been Alina, for she's a cheater. But I don't think it was Sophia, because she's gross, and Mrs. Kulik seems to like a woman of good taste. Oh! You don't think it's the virgin, the F-slur, or the gross one who did it? Could have been the homosexuals. They have zero morals. Alright, let's say that. Oof. I could be wrong. People in this school are never what they seem, Mr. Kovak. Now tell me, Danica, what is really bothering you? Me? Nothing's bothering me. Why do you... I mean, there's something about this Mrs. Kulik thing that bothers me. A bit, maybe. Everybody's gossiping and guessing, and pretty much everyone is a suspect. But nobody suspected me. I mean, I would never sleep with a teacher, but I'm disappointed people would think I did. Wouldn't think I did. Am I that boring and predictable? I feel like everybody in this school is living their own adventure or hiding a secret except me. I just wish I had a better personality. I wish I was the one being gossiped about for once. You hate being predictable and that no one suspected you. You feel boring and you wish to be gossiped about. Wow. I know I shouldn't feel this way. Maybe things will be better when I grow older. I hope. Off you go. Please, sit. Stefan. What can I do for you, Stefan? Hey, Mr. Kovak. I accidentally punched something and now my hand hurts a little. Actually, I have a chronic wrist injury from basketball, and I guess the hit made it worse. It's no big deal, but since it's my writing hand, I should probably take care of it. You hurt yourself unintentionally while playing sports. Take some ibuprofen, it will reduce pain and swelling. How's everything else? How are things at school? My grades are fine. Is that what you're asking? I haven't had much time to study, but I'm trying my hardest. That's all we can do, right? I wish you could understand that. My girlfriend, that is, Alina. We used to be great together. I do everything I can to make her happy. But lately, she never seems to be satisfied. It's like she's never present, like I suddenly became invisible to her. I don't think she's cheating on me. She's not that kind of girl. We grew up together. Our parents are childhood friends. She wouldn't throw that away. AJ says I should stay away from her. AJ's my best friend, and I know he wants me to be happy, but I just can't imagine my life without Alina. You were great together, but lately you feel invisible. Nice. That's why I felt like punching something. I just needed to get it out. Now tell me, Stefan, what's really bothering you? It bothers me that I'm constantly pushing myself to my limit to do what people expect of me, but what for? My girlfriend will barely look at me in the face. Father's always telling me all the ways in which I could be better, do better. A 9? Why not a 10? Training 2 hours a day? Why not 3? Every week we measure my biceps, and if I didn't grow by at least a millimeter, he'll go on forever about how I'm not training well enough. He's even been complaining about how long my hair is. I mean, I'm 18. When do I get to rule my own life? Father says I should be proud of myself, that all kids my age want to be like me. Trust me, they don't. Keep pushing yourself, but it's never enough for your dad. I know I need to change, but it's hard when no one supports your decisions. Off you go. Very interesting. This is like the dating part of Beautiful Escape. You're like on the street and like interviewing each other, all these people and stuff to try and like convince them to come home with you. Dinner's ready. We'll save a new file. Wait, can I go in this room or no? Whoa. Scary. Just a bathroom. Can I leave? Oh, not the Phillies.
Coverage you can count on. Coming up at 11 on KYW News 3. Dearborn Carl. When it comes to fixing brakes, foreign cars aren't foreign minded. That's why we offer same-day brake service and guaranteed brake shoes and pads.
Where is he? Junior's at a friend's. He's sick. He shouldn't be out this late. We can't keep him locked. He needs to feel like he's living a normal life. I want him to be happy, don't you? Okay. Are you ready to tell me about the money? I got a call. They said it was from the bank. They said there was a problem with my account. They asked me a lot of things. It was confusing. A problem with our account? What happened? Nothing. There was no problem. I was scammed. Oh dear. Don't make that face. I said I'll get the money back. I sure hope so. We have to send Dr. Arita a check in 4 days. Our flight to Estonia is next Monday. We can't afford to back out now. I'm coming too. Coming where, dear? To Estonia. I want to be there. But why? He's my son. I need to be there. He doesn't know who you are. It will make him stressed. We've been through this. Brain surgeries are delicate. It will be an experimental procedure. It's not risk-free. I'm afraid things may go out of control. I need to be there. I've already bought tickets and booked the hotel room for 2. Buy another ticket and change the reservation. I don't know. I need to talk to Junior about this. He's a young boy with a brain injury. He shouldn't be the one making decisions. You just said you were tricked by scammers. You said you were confused. Maybe there's something wrong with your brain too. No, there's not. Would you know if there was? Fine, I'll keep a distance. But I'll be at the hospital during the surgery. That doesn't work. He's smart. He'll know. I am going. I am his father. I have the right to be present at my son's surgery. End of discussion. You're not the man I once knew. The caring, passionate surgeon who would stop at nothing to help people. The man I fell in love with. Is that the man still in there? I'm trying to help. You used to be such a great surgeon, but you quit. You know why. The tremors. We never really found a cause. It's psychosomatic. That means it only exists in your head, isn't it? It's not real. And you get these sudden bouts of anger. I'm not angry. You just said you're afraid of losing control around your son. I never said that. Yes, you did. You just did. I'm sorry, dear, but you're not yourself. I want to help you, but I can't take care of both of you at the same time. I just want to be with my son. What son? What son? My son! My son! Excuse me, but you're not making much sense. I'm gonna go lie down now. When is Junior coming back? He said he would sleep over at his friend's. He's not coming back until tomorrow. Take your vitamins. What else can we do? Let's see. I am in love with these sprites, this art style. Considering that... Oh, can't go that... Oh, he says no, we can't go that way. What do you have for me? Nothing. I couldn't pick anyone up today. Thought you knew techniques to make students trust you. I need to practice. Our clients will be very disappointed. Okay. Do you need to restock on supplies? I might not have enough money. I'm lending you 1,000 again. Try not to make a habit out of it. I'm not your mother. Oh. I'm just gonna buy some stuff, I guess. Care for a little chat? Yeah. I almost feel sorry for the poor kids. I can imagine all the depraved things their new owners will do to them. Depraved things? What kind of people do you think buy dolls? Sadists, perverts, psychos, you know, sick people, like you. I'm not sick, and you're wrong. These kids will probably be treated better than they have been their entire lives. See, that's something only a sick person would say. I'm not sick. Have you ever heard of Anatoly Moskvin? That old Russian creep who raided kids' graves? I met him back at the university. He was my first client. I don't think he ever told me that. He was bright but lonely man. He was not interested in sex or relationships, but the thing he had waited his entire life for was a daughter. He tried adopting, but his parents didn't support the idea, and the state wouldn't let him. So he dug the corpses of young girls out of their graves. He said they spoke to him and begged him to be brought back to life. He took their remains and turned them into dolls to make him company. Stinky company. He lived with his parents. They saw his dolls. They didn't know they were real people. They thought he was just eccentric. Eccentric? I'm eccentric. That one's picking daisies in the toilet. He said the dead girls talked to him? Are you trying to convince me he's not sick? He was a nice guy. He talked to them, sang to them, watched TV with them, and he even held them birthday parties. He really loved his dolls. Love is indeed the fuel for all crazy deeds. You said he was your first client. You made some dolls? You made dolls from corpses too? We met briefly, but he liked me and trusted me, so he told me about his dolls. I felt great sympathy for him. I think he deserved a living daughter, not a dead one. I was just finishing medical school, and I said I could probably turn a person into a living, easy-to-handle doll. He was fascinated with the idea, so I decided to help him. You made a doll for Anatoly Moskvin? No, it took me a while to get the procedure right. My first test subjects died. Before I could finish a successful one, he was arrested. I hear he's in a loony bin. I never got to help make his dreams come true. So you decided to sell your dolls to online creeps instead? Yes, but I don't like internet people, so I quit. That was 4chan. Doesn't count as people. I thought I could find others like Anatoly, but I attracted the wrong people. They didn't respect my work. But we made good money. It's the only reason I'm doing this again. The only reason? Right. I know better than to argue with crazy people. Just give me the product and I'll bring you supplies and help you get rid of the trash. Sheesh. Let's do this too. Let's get rid of that. That's so brutal. Please, sit. Sophia Roska. What can I do for you, Sophia? I've really bad cramps today, Mr. Kovak. They usually come a couple days before my period, but I'm not supposed to have it until next week. My body feels completely out of sync, as if someone shook it and all my internal organs fell out of place. Probably drinking too much cranberry juice. Your organs fell out of place and you're in pain. You might want to have a full checkup. Take some aspirin for now. How's everything else? How are things at school? You know, Mr. Kovak, the usual. Horrible. The same old mean and hypocritical people who love to torment each other's lives as if it were a competition. Everybody's been talking about Mrs. Cooley like she's a monster for sleeping with a student. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever it was seduced her just to blackmail her for better grades. Did you know people in the school call me Bloody Mary? I've always had a problem with my menstrual cycle. One day I had an accident and I wasn't wearing a tampon. It's a girl thing, right? Shouldn't be a big deal. But they made fun of it and turned me into a joke. All my friends stopped hanging out with me because they were embarrassed. People are mean for making a joke about your body. They made me a target and now everybody hates me. Now tell me, Sophia, what is really bothering you? I just don't understand why everybody I trust turns their back on me. I used to have a boyfriend. His name is Stefan. He goes here too. He stopped talking to me after the whole Bloody Mary thing. He said he needed to focus on his training and started to ignore me. What he meant by focus on his training was dating my best friend Alina, who, by the way, now ignores me too. A few weeks ago, a boy started talking to me. He said he didn't actually think it was fair how people treated me. And that he wanted to actually know me. He was the only one in school who called me by my real name. We started hanging out, but he told me to keep it a secret because he had a girlfriend. He made me open up. He made me believe he actually cared about me. But as soon as I gave him what he wanted, he stopped talking to me. He took me to bed and then ignored me. I asked him what was wrong. The last 3 words I heard from AJ were, "You are disgusting." That's the last thing anyone in the school has ever said to me. People you trust turn against you and avoid you. It's easier for me to think everyone is just mean, but maybe they're right. Maybe I am disgusting. Off you go. Wonder if it'll be someone new. Teodor Varga. Good morning, Mr. Kovak. You're a health professional. I guess I can tell you anything, right? This is a bit awkward, but I just have to say it. I've been feeling some burning. When I pee, it itches and burns a little down there. It's no venereal disease, I can tell you that. I'm sure of that, because I haven't done anything. if you know what I mean. You think it's a venereal because you don't have sex. It's probably a urinary infection. I'm giving you a prescription for tetracycline. How's everything else? How are things at school? I'm not doing very well, actually. I haven't been able to concentrate properly in class. My mind keeps wandering. There's this person in my class. He's been draining all my focus. I don't know why, but I keep finding myself staring at him. I know it's awkward, but when I try to stop, it's like my eyes will have a will of their own. Even when he's not close, my mind follows him still. There's just something about AJ I can't quite put into words. Sometimes I try gathering strength to talk to him, but my fear freezes my lips shut. I hope he talks to me, but he just never does. He looks my way too sometimes, just enough to keep me confused. I do realize nothing good comes from liking boys. I believe it's a phase, it'll pass eventually. I believe all guys go through this phase. In this school, they usually come to me when they want to act on it. Especially the macho ones, like my sister's boyfriend. He threatened to kill me if I told anyone I went down on him. Of course, I would never tell. Alina would kill me first. You believe all boys have a phase of liking other boys. You refrain yourself from thinking about AJ. Sister Alina doesn't know you touched her boyfriend. You're not telling when I said that, right, Mr. Kovak? Now tell me, Teodor, what's really bothering you? I really can't keep anything from you, can I? The truth is, ever since our father left, things at home haven't been simple. He wasn't the easiest person in the world, but at least he kept our mother at bay. Now she lashes out all her frustration on us. She's not happy unless everyone around her is sharing in her misery. Do you think a mother can be jealous of her own daughter? I think my mother's just jealous of my sister. Alina's pretty, charming, and has a handsome boyfriend. My mother's fat and lonely and bitter, and she hates anyone who's any better. Me, she just blames me for everything. If she's washing a glass and it slips from her hand and breaks, she'll find a way to blame me. But mostly, she blames me for our father leaving. She says, he wouldn't have gone if you weren't like that. I get what she's referring to. I do know he left mostly because of her, not me. But he knows about the way I am too, and I don't think it made him any happier. Your mother is an old, resentful woman who hates you. Your mother is jealous of your sister's beauty and boyfriend. Your father left your mother and she blames the way you are. Nice. I'm just tired of feeling like a monster all the time. Is that it? Oh crap. I feel like we're running out of days.
Only 4 questions on that. What is sick? What is the spirit man? What is what beautiful? And what is what time? The answer to which is the same. Only love.
Dinner's ready.
Must get you this cool looking Eagle Summit DL. Or you can save on Eagle Summit wagons and Summit sedans. So take your time out and save yourself some cash.
Test price in the Eagle at a key station Eagle dealer today. One thing you have to remember when you're dealing with people is that they're all different. So I better have different kinds of chicken, and I better have different kinds of chicken to go from different kinds of chicken.
What's for dinner? Goulash stew and Kalduni dumplings. Oh, I love Kalduni. It's been a while since you made these. We should do something together. I'm glad you like it, honey. I found those pancetta pieces for a really good price. How was school? Good. Mrs. Galanka said that my piece about dark humor in Milan Kundera's work was brilliant. Might be published in the school gazette. That's wonderful, honey. You've always had a talent with words. You'd be an amazing writer. We never do anything as a family. We should do something together before you leave for Estonia. There's a girl in school who's been harassing me. She keeps following me around and saying things that don't make sense. It's a tad annoying. I think she might have a mental disorder. That's strange. What does she want with you? We could watch a movie together tomorrow night before dinner. I don't know. She acts like she's mad at me and talks like I owe her something. Quite crazy she is. Maybe I should talk to Director Mazier. He could contact the girl's parents and tell them to keep her away from you. If she is mentally unstable, she shouldn't be going to school at all. We could play a game too, like Scrabble or Stratego. I believe I still have those boxes somewhere. I'd rather not. The truth is I feel sorry for her. Someone must have done quite a number on her so she turned out that way. Is no one listening to me? You're right, honey. You'd best just ignore her and she'll give up eventually. That's what I'm doing. I know better than to stay too close to crazy people. I don't want to be dragged into their crazy. Enough. Stop talking, both of you.
On KYW News 3. Dear foreign cars,
We will eat in silence.
fixing brakes. Foreign cars aren't foreign to minors. That's why we offer same-day brake service and guaranteed brake
Something wrong, dear? You see I'm upset. Eat your food. Next week we'll be gone. You won't be seeing us for a very long time. You should be trying to sustain a positive mood so we can make the best of our last days as a family. I said we should do something together. Do what, dear? Watch a movie, play a game, do something as a family. I don't want to watch those sissy movies you like. We could play a game. You used to have a few board games, didn't you, dear? Do you still have them? I believe I do. We could play Cluedo. I'm good at it. Tomorrow, before dinner? Sounds wonderful. Sure, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Good. Dinner was delicious, Mom. Thank you, honey. I'll prepare something special for game night tomorrow. Take your vitamins.
you have to remember when you're dealing with people is that they're all different. So I better have different kinds of chicken. And I better have different kinds of fish meat to go for different kinds of chicken. If you give someone a good meal at a fair price, they'll come back.
Introducing the Chicken Choice Deal. For $9.99, you can enjoy 12 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or 1.5 kernels rotisserie roll chicken. That's lots of chicken for just $9.99. Chicken Choice Deal.
I love that it shakes the head no. It's so good. Still haven't got any of these students. Hello? Lori. What do you have for me? Nothing. I couldn't pick anyone up today. I thought you knew techniques to make students trust you. I need to practice. Our clients will be very disappointed. Okay. Do you need to restock on supplies? I might not have enough money. I'm lending you 1,000 again. Try not to make a habit out of it. I'm not your mother. Care for a little chat? Yeah. Will you really stop after you pay for your son's surgery? Yes. I'm not sure I like doing this. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Tell me one good decision in history that was based on feelings. I know most of these kids will not be properly taken care of and will die in a few days. It's almost as if I'm killing them. Do you think that's wrong? I think everyone is destined to do what they're good at. Bad people do bad things because that's what they're good at. And some people are mean and cruel because they're good at it. Some are good at sports, others are good at spotting flaws on things, and some people excel at making everyone around them depressed. It is beyond right and wrong. If you're good at something, you're morally obligated to do it. You're the best doll maker in the world, so make dolls. Okay. Maybe you're just growing too attached to your subjects. These kids are young, healthy, and good-looking. They attend a good school, they have families, and they carry no real responsibilities. These kids have good lives, but all they do is complain. I don't like them. You don't need to like them, but you're supposed to make them likable. In addition to modifying their bodies, I condition their minds so they are pleasing to be around. As much as a brainwashed, mutilated teenager can be pleasing to be around. Humans need to bond, but forming such bonds is challenging. Ordinary social interactions can be grueling for some. Socially impaired people often resort to escapism, like imaginary friends or fictional worlds. I believe I can help them by making something that is polished, easy to handle, but still human. My dolls, my gift for those who can't find somebody to love. That's beautiful, Mr. Kovak. So keep your escape dolls coming, and I'll make you a rich man again. Damn, we are not making any dolls. Two days left. Please, sit. Oh, Emil. What can I do for you, Emil? There's nothing you can do for me. I'm not really sick. I mean, I'm sick, but not in the way people usually come to you. I'm sick of this school, sick of everything. I lied to the teacher I was sick, so he would let me leave class. I just needed a break. I can't stand listening to the same damn rubbish every day. You're sick of this school, this place, and all this rubbish. Okay, have a break then. Talk to me. How is everything? How are things at school? The school is a microcosm of everything that's wrong with society. It's proof that the world is not fair and it does not reward good people. The worse you are, the more people like you and things turn in your favor. Take a guy like AJ, for example. He's an arrogant, selfish jerk who lies and manipulates everyone, and yet the whole school loves him. Or Stefan, an egocentric bully who treats people like garbage, but still everyone admires him like he's some sort of celebrity. They achieve what they have by being despicable people. Guys like me can't have friends or girls because guys like them have monopolized all their attention. I have the right to be offended by their happiness because it affects my lack of it. I'm not jealous of them per se, I'm just outraged by how unfair the world is. Mrs. Kulig was my favorite teacher. Her class was the only one I actually deemed worth attending. But some horny kid decided to make her a trophy and it cost her job, and the future of the very few people who are actually concerned about learning, like me. It's unfair that manipulative people have it easy. You're offended that selfish people achieve more happiness. I should have did the other one. When you're young, they teach you that the path to a fulfilling life is being a good person. Whoever made up that lie should be brutally slaughtered. Now tell me, Emil, what's really bothering you? I don't like to see myself as a conformist. If someone witnesses some wrong being done and does nothing, he's just as wrong. I hate myself for doing nothing about it. I wake up and go to bed every day reflecting on what I must do. I need to act. I think happiness is like money. The more some have, the less others do. It's why I believe people should be punished for being too happy. This is the only way to achieve balance. That's what I need to do. I must punish the happy people. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. I've considered guns, poison, fire, but none of it sounds painful enough. They need to suffer, badly, excruciatingly. You might think I'm evil for wanting other people to suffer. I don't call it evil, I call it human nature. Our happiness is directly proportional to the misery of those around us. I'm sick of being at the wrong end of that scale. You want to punish students for in the most painful way possible. I trust you won't try to stop me because deep down you agree with me. That's a school shooter vibe with that one. Selena, please sit. Alina Varga. What can I do for you, Alina? What I'm about to say, you're the first person to hear it. The secret is suffocating me. I need to let it out. Please don't make me regret it, Mr. Kovak. I'm pregnant, a couple months in. I'm okay, mostly, but I'm feeling way too much nausea today. I want to take something, but I'm not sure if it could hurt the baby. Can you help, please? I'm giving you some thalidomide. It might make you sleepy, so you should go home. How's everything else? How are things at school? It's not easy to hide a pregnancy when you're constantly being scrutinized and talked about. It's even harder when the baby's not your boyfriend's. He doesn't know yet, Stefan, my boyfriend, but I won't be able to hide it for too long. It's gonna show eventually. He's gonna be so mad and he will want to punish me. Sometimes I'm scared of him. This is all a mistake. I should have never cheated. I should have never trusted AJ. Everybody loves him. Everybody thinks he's so nice, so great, until you get to know the real AJ. Mr. Kovak, believe me when I say that boy is evil. After he did what he did to me, he started acting like it never happened, like he doesn't even know me. He's cruel and cowardly. It's hard to disguise your pregnancy because of the gossip. I really don't want to be here, Mr. Kovak. I wish I never had to come to the school again, but I need to make everything look normal while I figure things out. Now tell me, Alina, what's really bothering you? I didn't want this. I'm terrified of how Mom will react. She's zero tolerance for any sort of deviation from what society expects of you. She'll hate me for this, for how this will make her look. She'll kick me out, maybe kill me, I don't know. She's already noticed I'm different and she's been all over me. My family's already in shambles. This could be the nail in her coffin. I didn't want to put my brother through this. Theodore has been acting out ever since Dad left. His grades are down, he's never home anymore. He's probably running away from this mess. I would too if I could. I know it's my fault. I'm not supposed to blame an innocent person, but this baby's ruining my life. There are times I hate it and all I want to do is take it out, but there are moments when I feel like it's all I have. You're scared you might disappoint Theodore. Nope. Sometimes I wake up hoping this is all a bad dream, but soon I realize I'm just a day closer to the real nightmare. Damn, I haven't gotten a single student. I know who did it. Who was it, honey? You have to move first.
$149 a month gets you this cool looking Eagle Summit DL. Or you could save on Eagle Summit wagons and Summit sedans. So take your time out and save yourself some cash.
Take a test flight in an Eagle at a Key State Beacon Eagle dealer today. One thing you have to remember.
It was Professor Plum with the dagger in the lounge.
So I better have different kinds of chicken.
No one? I win? I have the dagger. Dash it. I was almost sure. Your turn, dear.
Welcome back. Introducing the Chicken Choice Deal. For $9.99, you can enjoy 12 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or 1.5 Colonel's rotisserie Jones chicken. That's lots of chicken.
It was indeed Professor Plum in the lounge, correct, but with a spanner.
Have you heard the news? Magic 102.9 has changed. The new Magic 102.9 plays all the greatest hits of the 70s all
Right.
the time.
I win.
Turn it on.
I made it too easy for you, didn't I? Well done, dear. Play again? I'm done. Dr. Black can only be killed so many times, and I'm hungry. Okay. Makes me happy to see the two of you getting along. As if we were a real family. Let's eat. Where'd you find that game? I don't remember where I kept my old board games. It was in the shed. The shed? How'd you get in? Through the door? I keep it locked. I have a key. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I got in, didn't I? I said I never want anyone in there. You never said that. Doesn't matter. We found the game. We had a good time. No point fussing over trifles. No, I said I don't want anyone in my shed. It's not your shed. It's my father's. I am your father. No, you're not. Stay away from the shed. What is it that you do there anyway? Something we're not supposed to know? Something illegal? It smells like rotten meat. Stay away from my shed.
12 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or 1.5 Colonel's rotisserie Jones chicken.
Please don't ruin the lovely night that we were having, dear. You do that every night. Please. Not tonight. You don't have to worry about the shed. We'll be going to Estonia soon. You'll have the entire house for yourself. You do remember tomorrow's the day we send the check to Dr. Adrida, right? I will have the money.
Well, I've been a coach for 18 years, and it hasn't been for the last 5 years that we've had players come to our school with asthma.
I think I said the thing wrong. Take your vitamins. Adara is the doctor's name.
Our team has to be everybody in this state. Everybody has to pursue perfection and support every action that does be done to give us cleaner air here in Pennsylvania. This is our national championship.
Coming up on U3 at 11, a joyride in what police say was... Another one, all that and more at 11.
Coverage you can count on. Coming up at 11 on KYW News. Here's one Carl. When it comes to fixing brakes.
Lori. What do you have for me? Nothing. I couldn't pick anyone up today. I thought you knew techniques to make students trust you. I need to practice. I need to write this for $1,500 check tomorrow. I may not be making more dolls. You never know. We didn't make any dolls, dude. Care for a little chat? Yep. My son entered the shed. I don't think he found anything. I keep it clean, but he asked questions. Mind yourself, Mr. Kovak. It's never a good idea to keep work so close to home. You should move your playground someplace else. I'll be done soon. So you said, are your hands getting any better? No, but the gabapentin helps. What is the cause of the tremors? Psychosomatic. What's the story? I don't like to talk about it. Do it regardless. Some things get better once you talk about them. As soon as I started medical practice, I had an assistant. Her name was Ivana. We spent much time together, so we started seeing each other after work, dating. Naughty boss. She had a sister named Simona. Simona was very close to Ivana, and soon she got close to me. She said she liked me more, and she wanted me to stop seeing Ivana and be with her instead. A person who's not afraid to go after what she wants. I like this Simona, personally. Simona constantly denigrated her sister. She said that Ivana was infertile. I wanted children, so I chose Simona. Naturally. But soon after I stopped seeing Ivana, she turned up pregnant. I knew the baby was mine. Simona was wrong. Or lied. So you left Simona and came back to Ivana. I considered it. But Simona insisted it was a high-risk pregnancy and Ivana would probably lose a baby or have a malformed child. Simona said she could give me a healthy child as long as I didn't allow her sister to move forward with the pregnancy. Go on. That's it. That's enough. Are you shaking, Mr. Kovak? That's a good thing. Don't stop. Simona made me perform an abortion on Ivana. I didn't do it correctly and they both died. Don't skimp on the details. These are the best part. Who died exactly and how'd you do it? One day I asked Ivana to meet me. I drugged her. I hadn't prepared it. I should have performed aspiration or curettage, but I had no equipment and I'm not an obstetrician. So I removed the fetus the only way I knew. I cut her open. That was the first time I felt like I had no control over my own hands. The tremors were too strong. I didn't know how to control them. It was too late to turn back and I killed them both. Must have been quite a mess. Do you have it on tape? No. A shame. What happened to Simona? I married her. She's the mother of my son. The one with the brain injury? Ha! You have to appreciate that irony. That's quite a story. I heard worse, but I'm still assuming. Okay. Do you feel any better having let it out? Maybe. I do. I feel like I'm breathing a little better. Well done, Mr. Kovak. Call me Andre. That's my first name. You're the only person I can talk to. You're my only friend, Lori. Do you have a real name? I believe Lori's just an alias, correct? Listen, Andre, I enjoy talking to you, and I'm more than pleased with our partnership as it is. But we are not friends. You only see me for as long as this relationship is lucrative for me. You want to stop making dolls, fine, but in the event that you're caught by your family, by the police, or even a crisis of conscience, my name is the last thing you need to remember. If the thought of crossing me so much as pops in your mind, trust me, I will know, and you will become the cargo of this lorry. I will deliver you to the people who do things to you that make your doll crafting look like the morning cartoons. Okay. Do we understand each other? Off you go. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Excuse me, Mr. Kovak. Yes, Director Mazur. We've been hearing many accusations throughout the week, but we still haven't been able to correctly determine the student who engaged in sexual intercourse with Mrs. Kulig. Do you have a definitive answer for me? I'm sorry, I don't know who it is. That is disappointing. You were my last hope. I hate to leave such a grave offense go unpunished. I'm sure whoever it was will find punishment in other ways. Let us hope so. Have a nice day, Mr. Kovak. Please, sit. Tatiana Romero. What can I do for you, Tatiana? I'm not feeling okay. It's hard to explain it. My heart is beating faster and stranger. Sometimes it's racing, sometimes it feels like it's going to stop. I'm sweating even though it's not hot. My vision sometimes gets blurry. My thoughts are all over the place. I think I might be dying. Am I? You're scared because it feels like you're dying. Sounds like a panic attack. You're not dying, you're just anxious. Have some water. How's everything? How are things at school? Makes sense, I am anxious. Probably shouldn't talk about this, but holding it inside is not helping. If I don't tell someone, I could explode. I have a boyfriend. His name is AJ. We've been going out for a couple of months now. We love each other. I would do anything for him, and I know he would do the same for me too. What we have is real. But he's going through some tough times at home. AJ says his father is very strict and aggressive. He's been developing some mental condition that is making him lose touch with reality. AJ's home is not a safe place for him anymore, but he's scared that if he tries to leave, his father might chase him and hurt him. So AJ and his mother made up a story about AJ being sick so they could go to another country to get treatment. AJ invited me to go. We were supposed to leave Monday for Estonia, but I haven't heard from him since yesterday. He didn't come to school. I wanted to look for him, but he never told me where he lives. I think he doesn't want me to meet his psycho father. I'm already packed. I already lied to my parents about going on a field trip. I planned my whole future around this. But now I'm not even sure I'm going. I'm afraid something might have happened to AJ, or worse, that he doesn't want me to go. Could AJ have fooled me all this time? Oh my god. Mr. Kovak, are you listening? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One sec.
Just $149 a month gets you this cool-looking Eagle Summit DL. Or you can save on Eagle Summit wagons and Summit sedans. So take your time out and save yourself some cash.
Take a test flight in an Eagle at a key-safe Jeep Eagle dealer today. One thing you have to remember when you're dealing with people is that they're all different. So I better have different kinds of chicken, and I better have different kinds of chicken to go for different kinds of chicken. If you're doing a good meal at a fair price, they'll come back to you.
Introducing the Chicken Choice Deal. For $9.99, you can enjoy 12 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or 1.5 Colonel's rotisserie Jones chicken. That's lots of chicken for just $9.99. The Chicken Choice Deal. One choice everyone can agree on. Have you heard the news? Magic 102.9 has
Dinner's ready.
Magic 102.9 plays all the greatest hits of the 70s all the time. Turn it on.
Well, I've been a coach for 18 years, and it hasn't been for the last 5 years that we've had players come to our school with asthmatic conditions. And athletes suffer because of lack of clean air. Our team has to be every.
Nothing in the bathroom. It's still just a creepy space.
Conditions. And athletes suffer because of lack of clean air.
Oh, I know exactly who that is. Ah! Excuse me, sir. Do you know where I can find Magnolia Street? It's almost 10 blocks from here. You're very far. So I am. Rough night? I will be. This is a lovely house. Do you live here with your family, Mr. Kovak? Yes, they are waiting for me for dinner. Nice to meet you, Mr. Kovak. I'm John Williams. Looks like you're not very eager to go inside. I'm not. I need to have a tough conversation with my family and make a difficult decision. Ah, I hate those. Some problems are so painful to face that we'd rather pretend they don't exist and get on with life like nothing's happening. Yes, exactly. I'm a scientist. I'm a man of truth. But some fantasies are easier to digest. I know what you mean. We seek the truth, but we often regret finding it. I just found out my wife made up a lie about my son being sick so they could get the money for surgery and escape. Escape from me. That's cold. They expect me to have the money today. I don't have it, and I don't know what to tell them. Whatever choice I make, it doesn't benefit anyone. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mr. Kovak. You know what? Some problems get clearer once you let them sit in your mind for a while. Maybe you don't have to deal with this right now. Why don't we go somewhere and talk? Have a drink, clear your head a bit. Does that sound like a good idea? It does. I don't want to stay here. Where'd we go? He said the line! Come home with me. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. And then this is the dungeon graphics from the original game. Voice acting. We didn't get to check out a lot of the horror parts, so I guess we'll have to play some more of the game. Holy cow. Thanks for playing. Sheesh. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to do another run and do the gameplay part. Seems like you know. Oops. Seems like we skipped over the main content part of the game. So we'll I'm gonna do another run.